Okay, I'm just going to go over a quick set piece play that we'll use for the regional team this spring, 2016. Pretty simple play. It's almost like a reverse blocker, throwing in as well a whole bunch of numbers on the outside. So I'll just kind of go through this here really quickly. First thing here, you can notice that our pre-alignment, a 15 is just staggered slightly inside the 13 here, and we've moved our blindside winger just on the inside of the 12 there to start this set piece play. Obviously, we can run this out of a line out. We can run it out of a scrum. We can even run it in open field play out of a ruck. But I'm just going to show, for the sake of this, out of a scrum scenario. So first thing that happens here with this play is obviously the ball moves to the 10. Really important that the 10 holds a fairly straight line here as they receive the ball. From there we have the 12 taking a bit of a drift line, so with our 10 moving on that line, we should see our 12 coming up and taking a slightly outside line there. And then our 13 is going to run a little bit of a cutback here and hit this gap in between here. The idea with that being that if we can get the opposing 12 to follow our 12 on the outside, we should get that that line back inside. So that's one of the options here. So if we decide to hit that option, it should look something along these lines. Ball's coming from 9 to 10, and then we get 13 coming through the middle here, and then we can get the ball in that gap here and expose that gap, and then hopefully get to second level. If we do get to second level, we should have secondary support from the 10 and at that time the 12 on either a blindside wing or 15, depending on what we see there. Okay, so that's the first option there. It's almost like a reverse blocker. The second part of this play, or the second option on this play, I would say, would be if we're going back here to the start, ball moves to the 10, the 13 still running that same line, and you can see, but if we notice that we're getting a really, if we notice that they're taking that inside line, so maybe the 13 decides that he's going to hold in here and try and mark that 13 there, then we obviously need to hit, rather than hitting that inside ball to the 13, we need to hit that miss pass over to the 12. And then with having that blindside wing in and the 15 in here, the idea is hopefully we have 4-on-2 on the outside, or 4-on-3 at the very worst, and then it's really about making decisions and making the right pass in that kind of tighter outside channel there. So this one would look something like this, starting from 9 to 10, and then we would hit those lines, and then that outside miss pass, and that is really about reading the two centers here. If the 10 can make the read on those two centers, if they're staying narrow like they are here, you need to make sure you hit that miss pass out to the outside. If those centers decide to move outside, that's when we need to hit the inside ball. So it's really about reading the inside and outside center and then making the correct pass when it comes to this play. So a pretty simple play. You've got an outside option, and you've got a running line there on the inside, and we're just going to call it Mammoth for the sake of this tournament. That's it.